This is a very big, daunting problem. And it's not that it just has come around in the last couple of years. It's been in existence for really decades. And it's just that the pandemic has manifested the issues here. So I think it can be tempting to try to bite off the entire challenge and tackle too much at once. So my recommendation would be to start small, clearly define a pilot project and how to, again, measure it and make sure that everyone's on board with how you're defining success and failure.
Four deliverables that we have were, one, just collecting home internet access data and creating an interactive map that highlights the needs, opportunities, and assets available for connectivity, exploring free and low-cost community-wide options. I'll elaborate on that more in a second. Building and joining a digital inclusion coalition, just establish partnerships and not do this work on our own. And identifying funding, because we discovered that funding can be challenging and cyclical.
Civis went out and conducted a survey in 2019, where we found that 9% of Americans reported using telehealth services in the past 12 months. When we re-asked this question in the fall of 2021, it turned out that over 40% of Americans had used telehealth services, more than quadrupling from the rate that we found in 2019. This is a dramatic example, but it just goes to underscore how much of the digital landscape has changed in the past 2 years.
A lot of the clients that we work with will say that their census estimates, which are really great. The government has invested a lot of resources into collecting this really high quality data. But the struggle then becomes, well, the census data is aggregated and it's not specific enough for my community. The other problem, which Hamza alluded to this earlier, is that the last 2 years have dramatically changed digital usage patterns and access. And if the last available data on digital access issues happens to be from 2 years ago, well, that already gives you a false barometer of where to start. And so we often advise the groups that we work with to either collect the data that is unique to their community themselves or with a partner that is much more timely and a lot more specific and unique to where they operate in.
Yeah, for us, if because of course we experience people that want this data, but they don't have access to the internet. And so what we do is we feed the data to anchor institutions that have a day-to-day relationship with these groups. And then they are able to give that feedback and that data to the members of that community. That's been pretty beneficial for us. And then we get feedback from them and say, well, it shows that X amount of people have connectivity, and they're like, no, that's not right. And we always welcome that feedback. So that would be my piece of advice. If you have this data, partner with grassroots organizations or anchor institutions, and they should have a key person there that you can speak with. And you say, hey, this is the problem that we're trying to solve. This is the data for this area. Can you do a checks and balances for us and let us know what you think about this?
The digital divide will not be closed simply by providing digital access. Even beyond issues of access, issues of digital affordability and barriers to a digital adoption are significant, and solutions need to account for this.